Coffee time with Berserker and Uncle Buster. Doors open. Good to see you. You know where the coffee pot is.
This is Berserker.
Yo, this is Uncle Buster. Get a cup. Let's talk crypto.
Yeah, dude. This coffee's bomb.
Nothing comes between me and my XRP. All in.
Raise them up. Welcome to coffee time. Bless this home. Let's go.
Let's go.
Welcome aboard. We got coffee time with ZRK and Buster. And Buster today, he's out and about, bro. He's having fun. He's got his fam. He's checking it out. I got Nerdy on deck. Co-host. Thank you, sir. How you been, bro? You been good?
Man, there's been so much that's going on, bro. It's crazy. It's so crazy.
It's crazy town.
Man, clown world.
It, bro. Like, yeah. Clown world, bro. So, but
yeah,
I was gonna say, shout out to Bagman. Thanks for having us on Extra Bullish Hour. That was beautiful. And then Crown Chakra. That was a treat. So if you're watching Crown, thank you for coming on, bro. That was nice. And so shout out to the rest of the boys, Buster, Fuma, and everybody who makes this happen, man. We got 89 watching right now. We appreciate you guys big time. We appreciate that. So so World War III, bro. Let's talk some shop, bro. What the fuck? It's weird. It's like almost artificially being blasted on all socials, and I'm trying to figure out what's actually going on. So go ahead. What do you got?
Well, this is an agenda that's been pre-planned for like what ages, bro, and it's finally taking place. It's crazy, right? Yeah. Like they actually did it. They're actually going through with it. But I honestly feel like I agree with E4. I feel like it is fake news in a way where things are really happening, but things are escalating in a way to get to a higher purpose or a main goal, right? Because look at all the stuff happening with the election stuff. People are not focused on that. Look at all the stuff happening with the Pfizer stuff. Look at all the stuff happening with Fauci. That's the stuff that I'm focused on, right? The real stuff, the real movements. BRICS coming out with their grain exchange. The grain exchange is a big deal, right? BRICS coming out with their new currency. They said there's going to be a SDR. That's huge, right? There was someone else that said posted something. Oh, new bank, ISO 222. Let's do it on X. He posted something that says, breaking news, new bank is aiming to expand beyond banking service and plans to venture into telecommunications sector by launching its own mobile phone network operation company. Bro, this is what is going to happen, where banks become their own cell phone company, because what? You have a SIM card or you have an eSIM or whatever, you automatically have a bank. Exactly what we're talking about. Bank the bank. What's more easier to bank the bank than to give someone a freaking eSIM, right? The eSIM,
bro. I was talking to a friend like last night. I was like, check this out. It's gonna be like it ain't gonna be like pure dystopian like social credit system right off the bat, because they'll still like fiat will still exist, the treasury notes and all that, but they're gonna give you a wallet with some UBI coins in it, some stable coin or whatever the fuck they call it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, in my opinion, it's got like that everybody's gonna be ushered in with free shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how they do it. They beef up business with the dollar menu, or they beef up business. They beef up the cheapest store on the block, cheapest products on the block, get everybody addicted, and then they fucking throw the hammer down, bro. But you're talking about eSIMs, like, dude, it's over, bro.
Yeah, well, I believe
the cell phones already have wallets built in, all of them. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, I believe at any moment in time, which way it goes, whether it's a red pill way, whether it's a black dystopian way, whatever way it goes, we know for a fact that UBI is here. Whether it's guaranteed basic income, universal basic income, or whatever you want to call it, but because of because AI cannot be stopped, and we're on a chip war. So a lot of people don't know that there's actually a huge chip war going on between Intel and TMSC, the Taiwan chip manufacturer. So what happened was that Intel designed a machine where they were able to make smaller semiconductors, right? And they made it in a way that it was faster. Well, they didn't really pay attention to the machine that they made it with, and then China is using it now. Now China's, I think it was Huawei, is now getting more advanced than Intel, right? And then NVIDIA came in the way and just totally skyrocketed. So there's people don't really understand that there's a chip battle happening. China has stopped doing business with a lot of U.S. companies, right? So I don't believe that we're going into a world that is like mono, like it's just world by one country. I think we're actually going into a world where it's like, hey, if you want to use your native currency and you want to design your own stuff with your own country, go for it. Kind of like have you seen that movie with Hugh Jackman? He was boxing robots. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
So
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
So in that movie, right, when people were boxing with robots, they all had their own robot come from their own country, and their own country was guarded with the technology that they were making. I believe that we're going into that kind of world where it's like, who has the best stuff, right? And then people will compete, and I believe that it's real steel. Yeah, exactly, real steel. I believe we're going into that era, bro. I'm gonna be surprised if you don't see boxing robots pretty soon. I'm expecting it, or some kind of Gundam or some kind of something, but we're headed that direction.
Gundam.
That's pretty cool,
bro. And that's the thing. Like, I always used to bag on you, bro. In the early days when you'd come in, I'd be like, man, shut the fuck up. You're super red pill or black pill. I'm like, shut your fucking mouth, bro. It's fucking Patriot, fuck Trump. No, let's go. And like, but it's getting to the point where like that shit ain't going away, bro. You're right. The AI shit, like it's a real deal thing. I think what happened was the public got scared because of like the brain, the Elon brain shit. What was that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, the
Neuralink. And that started coming out in the public eye, and people are like, wait, what transhumanism, blah, 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 blah. So there is this like black pill layer to it. But the way you're looking is to perhaps better society. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it seems like we're going to integrate in a way where, you know, we'll have like the Rosie robot in the Jetsons in your house, but they're not going to kill you in the night because Skynet owns it. Like you're saying that it's going to be a beneficial thing.
Yeah, so, because like the reason why I say that stuff is because I've been red pilled way before any of this crypto stuff, and within my venture, I found this come through Ingersoll Lockwood and their drops. I found a company called SOC. So SOC is a company that's focused on securing any kind of IoT device that it's going to be, you know, monitored and controlled by United States through Space Force. So that's why Space Force took over communication. Now, I was scared that we're going to go down a dystopian way, but like the more stuff that I look into, I feel like we're going into a way where technology helps human take out the burden of an everyday life, where we can actually live our life more prosperous, where we can actually have more time to ourselves, more time to do things, and more time just to enjoy with our family or invent, time to think, stuff like that. Because honestly, bro, like the way things are going, I think we're going in a way where America becomes like, we have a whole bunch of geniuses that become born all of a sudden, and all of a sudden you see kids making all this stuff. People are like, oh, how the hell people make that? Exciting times.
It's like a new renaissance. Yeah, because we've been suppressed. We've been, dude, our intellect, our creativity, everything's been suppressed for so long, bro. Mm-hmm. Like we got Fuma Boys on deck. What's up, pimp? So, but yeah, when it comes to like the creativity, bro, like, and people have been saying, man, like on a more like, you know, etheric spiritual level, like after this eclipse, bro, all kinds of shit is happening. All kinds of shit's happening. This is the very beginning of the Renaissance. You know what I'm saying? I believe, you know, let's just hope they fix that economy and give us 80-cent bread, bro. Like, let's fix something. Like, give us enough UBI to live on, not to just scrape by, like food stamps and WIC and you know, Section 8 housing. No, give us enough Like if we're gonna be under your fucking thumb, you know, the elites, the powers that be, if we're gonna be under your thumb, at least make it worthwhile. And let's start creating some shit. You know what I mean?
Hell
He
yeah.
said, "Make it worthwhile."
Make it worthwhile, bro. Yeah.
Elon said
What's up,
something
Boomer?
very interesting.
Go ahead.
Someone asked him, "Who do you think is going to be president in 2024?" Then Elon responded with, "Who do you think is going to be president in 2032?" And he was like, "Which AI?" Now, he was joking and being sarcastic, but at the same time, I don't really take his jokes as sarcasm. I feel like he's too smart for that. I feel like he's putting in hints, and I believe, my personal opinion, the way I see things going, and I've been paying attention. So during the 2018 World Governance Forum, there was all the countries got together and they were looking at this AI. It was called Within. Now this Within model, it was hypothetical at that point, but it's something that they have. It's called Within, and it was a world governance AI. That's what they were trying to create, where you can. So a person would come on TV, a political leader or whoever he is would come on TV, but it would be AI because the language model itself already made a profile of that person's features, face, voice, everything. So, and then there was a company,
out of thin air. It's not based on a human. It's out of thin air.
yeah,
right?
and there was a company called Hollow something, but they made like these hologram box things. And if you put it literally makes a whole person as a hologram. Now, imagine that if a camera was zoomed in on that person, would you know the difference? Hell no, you wouldn't know the difference, right? So
Bro, yeah.
Go ahead.
Real quick. I want to shout out to Fresh Blood. Fuck around and find out, XRP, Fatfo. Let's go, bro. Fresh Blood in the chat. This is my kind of content. Why have I never seen this show in my feed before? It's because they fucking suppress everything, bro.
For real.
But welcome aboard. It's the live community chat. Everybody joins. We can talk shop. We talk crypto. Talk whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's the cool thing was you talk about all the cool shit. So, and then also another shout out.
Yeah.
Another shout out. We got Louisiana on deck with the super chat. $4.99. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. He'll be out in Vegas. Go check out. Go give props to Louisiana. Dab him up. Let's go. Let's
True K Jones right there.
Thank you, bro.
True K Jones.
What's up,
K Jones?
You know how it goes.
So,
Go ahead,
so as far as the World War II or the World War III thing that's popping up on social media, so it looks like it's. I saw some shit in the Twitters talking about how it was like Albert Pike. Remember Albert Pike?
Mm-hmm.
You brought that up, nerdy. And so the Albert Pike made a letter essentially back in like the early 1900s or was it the 1800s? It was like way long ago. And Albert Pike, if you don't know, Albert Pike was like a tippy top Mason, like Satanist Mason guy. And so and he predicted all the world wars. And he said the third world war will be between the Christians and the Muslims. And we got Israel and Iran bombing each other right now, bro.
Exactly what's happening.
Like,
it's all been orchestrated. So
hold on.
It's been written for over 100 years.
Hold on. Israel's not Christian. Israel's not Christian. Doesn't count.
No, it was between the Jews and the Islam.
Okay, so is that what he said?
Yeah.
So I was mistaken. I misspoke. I didn't understand. I was just trying to throw the gist out there.
I know some Jewish people who will be like, "Hold on, what did you say?" Like, no.
What's going on?
Well, you're our litmus test, bro. You keep us honest. Let's go, Fuma. Yeah, go ahead.
So what happened was, a lot of what people don't understand is that the Masons, a lot of their culture and the rituals and everything they do, it's tied into Sumerian and Egyptian stuff, and they kind of just pick and choose things that they want to adopt, right? And one of the main things that they kind of miscued was Thoth. So Thoth was known as a future teller, right? He was known as someone that was able to be a psychic, foresee the future, whatever. And he made cards, and that's where tarot comes from. So that's why you see people that, hey, I can relate with whatever's happened with tarot. Well, it comes from Thoth. Now, here's where it all went crazy. There was a guy named Crowley. Now, Crowley was a weirdo, and Crowley said that if you wanted to see the future, you had to do sexual illicit acts with younger people or whatever, and then through there you get the power to see the future. Now, those people, the elite, the no diddies, what you're watching right now, that's what they follow. If you look at all the concerts, you look at all the stages, you look at every single forum, it's all the same thing because they follow that structure. Now, what happened is that when you make your own structure that is not true to something, it's going to come down because it's fake, right? It's just like anything else, right? It's just like communism, just like socialism. You're pushing the idea that's not real and you can't fulfill those promises. So you're watching something happen right now.
Bro.
It goes really deep.
Bro,
It goes real deep.
Web Patsy, he goes, we passed that point already. 50% of TV are all AI generated characters anyways, bro.
Yeah.
That's gnarly. If that's true, that's nuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, shout out to the chat. We love you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, you know, it's funny about how he made that comment about the 50% AI. That's what this last Hollywood strike was really about, was two things. A, the writers were like, hey, you guys are getting ready to use AI to generate content. What am I going to do? So we want, like, what's it called? Like, not rights, but kind of like you, kind of like when the movie stars, they play in a movie, they get so many, what's it called? A percentage, right? So they were talking about that. But the main thing the writers and the people were talking about is like, hey, you know, this AI is going to replace us 100%. You literally can go have ChatGPT write you a script in a couple of minutes on do a short film on it, right? You really can even have that turn around and make a video for you. So,
yeah,
I don't think it's at 50% yet, but their days are numbered.
It's making music with AI is getting pretty crazy because it sounds so real. Now they're going into being able to make movies with AI, and you can make a whole feature film with just AI, with just generated content. You can tell the whole story, get the whole even thing narrated. You can have different actors have different voices, all with AI, and that is crazy.
Yeah, I think the actors are going to be really hit by AI, because let's say you're an actor and you do Fast and Furious 1, right? Then you kick the bucket or something, or you move on. They have these guys signing contracts with their likeness, where they're making movies with their likeness. Like the last Fast and Furious X, was it? The guy who died in a car accident, they had him in there. Yeah, I was sitting there like, didn't this dude die? And it looked just as real as ever.
Yeah.
Bro.
Shout
out to Nerdy. I just want to interrupt real quick. Shout out to Nerdy, bro. He's doing really good on his show, on his YouTube. Hit him up. Go to Nerdy. What is it? What's the actual channel name on YouTube, bro?
Yeah, drop it in the chat.
You wanna?
I'll drop it in the chat. Sean has 90x. I'll drop it in the chat. But so the cool thing with Paul is that they mapped. They mapped Paul's face and they put him in there, which is pretty insane, right? So think about that movie. Think about Fast 7. You didn't even know that was him. You had no clue who was who. You did not had no clue which one was the brother and which one was actual Paul. You just watched the movie. It was like, oh shit, this movie's cool. Think about that.
I didn't watch the movie, and nor do I think it's cool.
Yeah. I just want to go back to the war thing really quick, because I wonder if people have questions. Whatever is that George Sr. and his father, they were huge proponents in the whole formation of getting Germans and the Nazis and supplying them. So like Ford, IBM, and all these companies, and a lot of railroad companies, they helped build all the railroads and all that stuff during that time period. Ford got reimbursed for any buildings or any manufacturer that was put down. Ford got reimbursed. So a lot of these companies have been in ties with each other for a very long time, and this is our corporation, right? This is the world that we live in. Now, what happened is that they brought from the Soviet era, from the USSR era, a lot of those people and a lot of that brand, basically, all those people literally got rebranded and put into high positions of power. Now, they were advisors to politicians, and those advisors literally advised them to do things, which is the formation of, the UN, the IMF, the Bretton Woods, getting off of gold, our dollar, and all that stuff. All of that stuff. The whole banking sector is all influenced by communists, right? What we're watching here today is a plan that was made by George Sr., his father, and Senior is the one to make it go forward. He told everyone on live television, I think it was in '93 or something, that they will succeed. We will bring forth a new world order.
We're going into a whole new world order.
Right? So
whole new world.
There's a lot of stuff that I believe that's going to counter this. Like, for example, I still believe that JFK Jr. is alive. I still believe Diana is still alive. I still believe Michael Jackson is still alive. I still believe a lot of these people who we thought were gone are not really gone. They're just probably under witness protection because they knew there was something more sinister going on. People forget that Kennedy was the one who invented the Navy, right? So if anyone were to have the power to do those things, it would be them.
Hold on, slow that down. You said Kennedy invented the Navy.
No, founded.
The United States Navy.
Yeah,
which Kennedy?
Yeah, wasn't it him?
Which Kennedy?
No. Kennedy. No. Kennedy was it was a SEAL program after Vietnam.
Yeah, it was something, right?
Oh man, you can't just say Kennedy invented the Navy, bro.
It was the SEALs, bro. So after Vietnam, they started noticing that there was fuckery going on. There was fuckery, and then our own troops got fucked, and then Kennedy was hip to that, and then was like, "Okay, we're gonna."
They never found a body.
All Spec Ops.
Exactly.
Spec Ops. Yeah.
They never found a body. They only recovered the plane, and they never found a body. And what Diana said, she said herself that those people were not human, right? That was her thing. That the queen, she was freaked out. So whatever is happening is something big that's happening. So it all comes down to banking.
And then you got the biblical shit. Jason J goes, Israel sacrificing 3 red heifers to build the 3rd Jewish temple at the Muslim Dome in Jerusalem. So people are they're connecting the dots, going, oh shit, it's starting. You know what I mean? I'm thinking. I never really knew a lot. I wasn't really read up super big on Bible stuff, but I know that the way that I've been explained to by people I trust that are like Christians that are pretty read up, they're what I've been hearing is that when the whole Antichrist comes into play, it's going to be like peace times. So we're going into fuckery times because we got to see this shit play out for days. And I don't know, bro. It's a trip, dude, to think about it. Is it end times? Is it not? We still got Karens eating at fucking Starbucks and Chick-fil-A that don't know what's going on. They're at Target runs the world, dude, Walmart, Amazon.
Dude, what's up with you?
Dude, does everybody wake up? Does everybody wake up when Mark of the Beast, Antichrist is popping off, or is everybody asleep at that point? In terms of biblical, history, those are my questions.
I think most people are asleep.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it takes a special mind to realize what's going on around you. I mean, if you just talk to an everyday person, they're like an RPC or an NPC. Excuse me.
Right. But I've had convos where we've gotten to the point where the ones that realize that the Antichrist is coming into power are the ones that are already spiritually awakened or religiously awakened or whatever. So those ones will know. So I'm assuming that also means the red pillars, the you know what I mean? Like the people that actually do the deep dives and they naturally critically think, even if they didn't before. Because there was a time when I was a sheep. And all I really thought was, oh, shit, the news is just all bad. This world's kind of going downhill. I didn't really, really realize that it's all planned out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I do know one thing.
23 minutes in. I'm sorry. I'm going to drop the baby gates. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Go ahead, Fuma.
Yeah, I think the main thing everybody needs to know is y'all need to get out here and vote for John Deaton if you can. You need to go ahead and vote for John Deaton, move to Maine, vote for John. You guys let Elizabeth Warren in his game, back in this game. It's going to be crucial.
That's not Maine. What is it? What's the state John Deaton and Warren are in? It's Mass, bro. Mass. But John's about to take her out, bro, and that's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? And he's part of the community, man.
Yeah, he got some following. He got a big super PAC that's backed him. It's a cryptocurrency super PAC backed him this week. But Warren, she's up to old tricks when she's like, we're going to forgive your student loans. Just vote for me one more time. Like, y'all tricked everybody before. You think people going to fall for that again?
Bro.
Some of y'all will out there in the chat. I'm voting for her. She's going to
and that's the thing. Man, I think it's much bigger than this, like as far as politicians and stuff, because the hammer does have to fall. It has to hit. And there's like what was it shit again? Nerdy, the FISA.
Yeah,
FISA, they're trying for the FISA shit,
Trying to
bro.
push that
And
hard.
FISA is the start. It's the start, bro. FISA indictments that's the start, according to the letter 17. You see what I'm saying? So if
Yeah.
you know, you know. You know,
So,
and that shit's
so
about to go
why do
down,
you think?
man. It's nuts.
So talking about the FISA warrants, why do you think those semi-group of Republicans were like, "Nah, we're not voting for it. We want to end the FISA warrants"?
Well, a lot of people are saying that Mike Johnson is a rhino, bro. But when he came in, we're like, fuck yeah, new fucking MAGA fucking Republican fucking, speaker. But then he's been doing a lot of like, it's weird, bro. Shit's getting muddied right now. You know what I mean? And my question is Trump had like a little speech the other day. I don't know what it was about, but he had a little speech the other day with Mike Johnson. But it reminded me of the days when he used to put the Deborah doctor bitch in front of the mic, and he would put Fauci in front of the mic. So it's like you keep your enemies closer. So maybe he's doing that with Mike Johnson, because I've been hearing some fuckery about Mike Johnson. But is it a psyop? You see what I'm saying? Mel, Diamond Hands, shout out, brother. Good
What's
morning.
up, Mel? How you doing, bro?
What's up, guys? Happy
You
Sunday.
have a snack today, Mel? You look mighty angry for some reason.
You got a snack.
Hey, Mel just come on looking too serious, like.
We got Happy Gilmore in the chat. What's up, Pimp? Driving on a sunny day. Let's go with them shades on. How you doing, Pimp? Good?
How you doing, Happy?
Enjoying the day. How's everyone doing? Everyone good this day?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So, what else do we got on the docket, bro? Is there anything new,
What are y'all
nerdy that's
talking
like
about?
deep dive?
Masons, World War III.
Yeah, there's so much
I
going
know,
on.
right?
What the heck
Yeah.
is going
Yeah,
on?
man. Well, so like the
We
way
got
the
share
way,
screens, bro. Share some screens, bro. Let's go.
Okay.
um, yeah. So like the way that I look at it, to be honest, is even though that it might seem real scary or real dystopian, or we might go to a certain way, I believe that we're in a. So I kept saying this, that it's a family bank war at the end of the day. No matter how whatever thing you want to follow, whatever the reality of the situation, and it's a family bank war, right? So within that structure, so a deal had to be made somewhere along that line, where it's like, okay, we have to get rid of this because we have too much attention on us. We need to dull it down, right? Now that was my first thinking, that there was probably going to be a family something. Now we're seeing that they're saying that Klaus has been hospitalized. So if Klaus, they're saying that Klaus, something happened to him. He's been hospitalized. We see the stuff happening with the king, with Charles and all this stuff. So what is really happening? Is it the old German bloodline that is being taken down, and the rightful Scottish bloodline is taking place? Because this shit goes back. This shit goes back to Rurik. People don't really understand that Russia actually helped us out. Russia's bailed us out before through banking stuff. We have a deep connection with Russia. So if Trump and Putin are doing something and trying to save everything, that Mr. Pool post, they all start to make sense. What's up,
going.
Bro.
I'm just being a troll. Don't worry about me.
And it's all tied together, bro. Like I am thoroughly convinced, man, bears are real, but like it's all part of the same shit. They know what's going down. This is, and like Mel just said, he made a point by not saying it, but by being, funny. What are y'all talking about?
So what
it's
do you
gonna
think?
get to a point where we're gonna be rich and the rest of the world's gonna be left behind, because they know that that's what needs to happen. They can't afford to make everybody rich. Sorry, go
Okay,
ahead.
real quick.
Go ahead.
What do you guys know about the group Anonymous? Because there's a Netflix documentary out there to just watching. I've been reading.
It says Grouponomics.
No,
No, Group Anonymous. So Anonymous,
Anonymous.
was a
Okay.
precursor. Yeah, it was a precursor to QAnon when it came on, but Anonymous was also tied together with like George News. Like if you ever watched the early day, like 2020 era George News YouTube videos, you go way down to like the first videos they ever posted, and that's what's his name, Gene
Ho.
Mm-hmm. Gene Ho is the editor in chief. Anyways, Anonymous was like a group, but there's been a lot of fuckery where a lot of people think that group has been taken over and compromised. It's same with like the Majestic 12 and all that. There's like there's so much that goes that precurses Q, not QAnon, Q.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying? So, but yeah, Anonymous was legit at one time, but now, you mean, I don't know if it got fucked up when it got meshed together with with George News. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it was one of the first ones. So
yeah. So I was
who knows what it is now?
I was around for that when I found out that kind of scared me. So Hillary. So after the WikiLeaks stuff, they went after Anonymous and they got them. They caught all of them and they got rid of all of them. So anyone who's saying that they're anonymous and whatever, they're not. Because
so when Anonymous was first started, it was started by a small group of people, and their main aim at the time was to do digital disruption to corporations and entities they deemed bad. Over time, it grew to be so many people with so many computers who had bot farms that anyone could join in what they call a campaign. So the campaigns go back to Crusades and even before that, where if you were, let's say, one of the kings of England, because back in the day there was 1,000 kings of England, that small area where it was Essex, West, or whatever, but they would do campaigns and they say, hey, we're going to go campaign over here to do this. And then that's where they got all these people to, that's the word scribe, all the scribes and all the people would come in and help do it. So they would do campaigns against entities, right? To kind of bring this all up to speed. So you'd have a couple people who are, say, they may have made up the core of Anonymous, but they got some other people who are with them, and they go, we're going to do a campaign against, I got to say something that's not going to get me flagged, the electric company. I'll leave it that general.
Flag it, bro. Flag it, bro.
Because this can get ugly. People would be like,
welcome.
Right? Yeah. So they would like got a whole bunch of computers, and my computer controlled the net, yours controlled the net. And they would, through denial of service attacks at either their website, or if they got inside, they could throw it around inside and take down companies. And then it evolved from companies, corporations, to private entity, to people, and it just kind of went nuts. The government did go after a lot of their core individuals, and either lock them up, jail them, or whatever. If they couldn't prove it, they gave them a conspiracy theory charge, which, if you ever catch a conspiracy theory charge, dude, that just sucks. Like it's a theory, but yeah. So they did get rid of a lot of them. So Anonymous is still around. It's just, honestly, I think right now it's not the core individuals, it's other people who are in, and they just do campaigns. One day I'm anonymous, the other day I'm not. But a lot of the huge chunk of them did get captured, killed, removed, whatever.
Yeah, there's another Russian one. I think it was called Kill Switch or something like that. They were compromised too. They went down as well.
Yeah, matter of fact, I had a briefing about those guys a while ago. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, you know what's funny about that is McAfee used to talk about them all the time. So I wonder if there's something there between that connection.
Yeah, Kill Switch. I believe those guys are like Russian or Ukrainian. Majority of those guys.
Yeah.
And I had a briefing about them. Like, they weren't that strong. They were like, "Oh, we're gonna do DDoS attacks against your network," and I was like, I think I had one
shout out to Rod Guy
report a small bump on the network that day. It wasn't anything serious.
Hell yeah!
Shout out to Rod Guy. I want to wish him a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Rod Guy. We love you, bro.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Canadians, bro. I love you. Sorry to interrupt.
No worries. You love Rye. We all got
but no. Yeah.
What was I going to say? So what I want to bring up, it was the interview between Jim Berner and Rosie, right? So they're talking about. So Jim was talking about the story between him and Chappelle, and I found it really interesting that during the story of them talking about that, they're bringing up how Chappelle was taken or he was visited or something like that, right? But they didn't want to go more into it, and Rosie hella shut him down real quick, like, "Oh, don't talk about it." So, like, for people to be so red pilled and for people to be so like against everything and be so openly spoken, for them to still not want to talk about stuff like that, man, that's the kind of things that I'm like, okay, wait, what's really going on here? Because if things were really settled, like people are saying that they're going to be settled, why are they not being able to speak like truthfully and honestly of what they really want to say?
Yeah, I got something to share so y'all can laugh. This is how bad they getting in crypto. Let me present my screen for y'all. It's gonna be some of y'all if you don't watch
Yes,
yourself.
sir.
You're gonna laugh your head off of this one. It's a funny one.
Do it, bro. Appreciate you guys coming on. This is Coffee Time Live Community Chat. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate that. It's gonna be a good Sunday. We're going into spring weather now. No more harp fuckery. It's gonna be sunny days from here on out.
So I didn't read this all the way through, but I thought it was funny. Yeah, so there's a Binance exec on the run from the Nigerian government. They think he's in Kenya. So that just I haven't read the article yet to give you all the news of the news, but that just shows you could be an exec on a run in Africa and you head over to Kenya. So this probably I'll post this in the chat, let y'all read up on it, and then we can come talk about it at the end of the day. But like I said, this is all in crypto, right? One day you're a billionaire staying in your house in Nigeria, a Prince Hakeem with these gold pendants, and the next day you're running to Kenya. Keep your private keys, folks. So I'm gonna post this in the chat for everybody to read up on while we're in the show, and then we head on out.
And that shows a lot, bro, about like what's actually happening. There's like lots of. It started with like the whole Mount Gox thing back in the day, but then it became like a FTX thing, and then now we're getting to like traditional exchanges that have been around for a long, long time, and there's fuckery with them too. So it's just all crumbling. It's a trip, dude.
Yeah.
But no, dude, what's up with the? I was just gonna go ahead.
No, keep going. I think you're about to hit it. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, what's up with the settlement? What are we looking at with the settlement? There's lots of water cooler talk about settlement coming up. Nerdy, do you have anything on that at all, bro? Or like, what are we looking at? Because people are getting like extra bullish at this point. Go ahead.
Yeah, Eleanor said. I was following Ellen, and she said something about she shared some bank some official court thing saying that it was supposed to be done this month or something in July or June or something like that. Let me see if I can find it. But I think it's something soon. And remember, if anyone wants to know what's going on, just pay attention to the clearinghouse document. That's all you really have to do. And clearinghouse, and Loop, and all these things, JP Morgan, and Swift, and CBR Plus, and all these people, what do they say? They say April, and the last day is July, and within that time, they bulk it up and say it's spring. So if we see something, it'll probably be between April and July. Regulation with finance, and then from July to November it will be all geopolitical. And we're seeing it happen on the exact schedule.
I think
that's less than 4 months. Go ahead.
I think it has to be done before October. But if it's not done before October, it'll have to be January, February.
So elections in November.
Yep. And nobody wants to be controversial near an election. It becomes radioactive. That's when they're going to pivot to, I don't know if I can say this, that topic.
Say it.
Say it, bro. I don't want to demonetize your channel.
Well, we've already talked about Q and Anonymous.
Like, okay. So this is what happens with these politicians. This is what happens with these politicians and how they tweak stuff up and get you from looking at what's going on. The first thing they'll do is be like, anything that's worth anything, that's off the bat, that's like talking about banking and money. As you get to that, they kind of chill out on it, right? Like, I got to get the money. I got to make sure the bankers are giving me theirs. I got to make sure I'm getting this from him. But in order for them to keep themselves in the headlines, they go to race in politics, race, black, white, Hispanic, Mexican, whatever you want to say. They start talking about race, number one. Then they start talking about the number two thing is abortion. So, and you can't win on that topic no matter who you are. You can't win. So they'll stymie the politics and everything, and they'll talk about those two major things, and then people will feel a certain way, and you'll forget about all the rest of the stuff, and you'll keep going. And then the next year, the SEC will settle the case. But they don't want to muddy that in with politicians and people running for president. Like if you had to be like, it's Biden's fault. This company, an American company, has to pay $2 billion in a case settlement. Nobody wants to talk about that. That's not something that'll be in the same language or criteria when it comes to end of year. That's why I gave those dates. Okay. Of like settlement has to be here or it has to be after election.
I'm having normies tell me like shit's about to hit the fan, bro. When normies are telling me that,
after the election,
that's unreal. Yeah, because I remember they used to doubt me when I was like, shit's gonna go down, and they're like, what? You're crazy. Sorry, go ahead.
Buzzer. In what way shit's gonna hit the fan?
Well,
geopolitically,
uprising.
World War III,
people
they know
uprising.
something's going on. Yeah.
I'll just say it myself.
That's the
People
prepper
uprising.
That's the MAGA preppers uprising, right? The MAGA prepper Second Amendment guys are all about uprising, but the normal sheep that don't really, they're not like looking at like, pandemonium, or they just know that like, shit, 2020 was crazy. They're putting the basic points together that election year is crazy time year, so. That's what they mean, I think, in a basic sense.
So,
whether or not it hits our shores, that's different.
I think it's funny that the SEC served a Wells notice to Uniswap.
Bro, yeah, and then people are saying like we warned you, but the good thing is that Ripple was the first one through the gate. They're not even through the gate all the way, but we're well on our way. We're the first one through, and then everybody else is going to get litigated. But that's if SEC survives. You see what I'm saying? So there's some people out here that believe that we're, I'm a champion for like get rid of IRS, get rid of SEC, get rid of all the 3-letter NGO garbage, the Fed, and then that ties into the debt clock, bro. And like what Nerdy's talking about, it's all cartoons. But if you believe bears are real, the debt clock's got a lot of deep shit on it.
I don't even think they're trying to solve it anymore. They're not even trying to solve it anymore. They're just like spend.
Oh yeah, spend. It's for real. It's all on purpose to overinflate, hyperinflate, and crash everything. So, what's gonna crash? What's the real?
So let's ask this question. You serve Uniswap a Wells notice just saying, hey, we're investigating you. What records are going to pull? Has anyone offered their ICO on Uniswap, or you just post a coin? It's not like I said, hey, if you buy my coin, give me 1,000. It's on there. It's an exchanged coin. It's an exchange. It's DeFi, right? So are we going to get into the Pirates Bay game with crypto at this moment, like torrents?
It sounds like it, because a lot of the ERC20 scam pump and dumps were all on Uniswap. I remember the early days. Like right now, you do the Solana shit, and then there's like the Flare memes that are popping off. You got to get on like Blaze.app and all kinds of other shit. Back in the day, when I say back in the day, I mean 4 years ago, it was all Uniswap. You just chase memes on Uniswap. That was it.
But you can chase memes on any DEX. You can chase them on any DEX.
I know now, but it used to be all Uniswap. So I think that's really where this case is coming from, is what the fuck happened. Because you got to remember, ETHgate's blasting out with James O'Keefe right now. James O'Keefe is blasting out the Fed, bro. I can't believe they haven't ended him. Guy. Like, that's nuts, bro. We all love him.
Y'all want to get
wealth of truth for the community.
Y'all want to get deep?
Get deep, bro.
This is crazy.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
All right. So I did something right. Y'all gonna trip on this. So that was the guy who came on the Bullish Hour, right? Right?
Crown Chakra?
No, the other guy. When you were just talking about the lawyer guy.
Oh, Neil.
Yeah. Crown Chakra.
No, the other guy, man, the Ethereum lawyer guy.
Oh, Neri.
Oh, Steve Neriop. Steve Neriop. Yeah.
This is weird. So I looked at, remember, so that day we had 32,000 live views, right? And I think at the end it turned into like 68,000 views. Well, so I looked at like the numbers, like, okay, there's 32,000 live, 68,000 total viewed, and the same went for another guy's show, right? If you figure those numbers were 100% real, where are the subscribers from that?
Ooh. I love your beautiful brain. I love that critical
thinking.
So
I'm like, hold on. Right. I'm like, okay, so there's 32,000 people watching.
Feds watching. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, somebody is doing something.
They probably got a memo, a cross-agency memo. You guys have to watch these YouTube shows.
Or there was some analytical tool, or there was some video analytical tool running that popped the ball and it's just analyzing video and it's just running through a cipher. And they ran it through again to get that 68,000. You see what I'm saying? Because if those people weren't
Why would they
subscribed,
pump?
I don't know. This is weird though.
Why would they pump the numbers? Why would they pump the watch numbers to keep? Because what that does is it creates a frenzy for the real organic viewers and subscribers. Why would they do that? I'm thinking those were all like legit watchers, or maybe that was just the ETH Max army coming in.
Okay, so I'll give you that.
Trying to figure out whether or not we were going to actually blast them out.
What about the other guy?
You see what I'm saying?
What about the other guy who was interviewing the same guy? I don't want to say the guy's show. He had same numbers.
Yeah,
I think the same thing happened. Yeah, but it was the same thing happened, meaning it's the ETH Max army. It's all the politicians that are all tied up in ETHgate.
So you think they tweeted out the link and told all their friends to watch?
Yes.
Okay.
Or they knew because maybe we have to lend them. We have to at least give them some credit. The ETH Max world, we have to give them some credit that they do pay attention because they've got their whole entire fucking life savings in monkey NFTs. You see what I'm saying? And so their entire life savings, they better fucking pay attention because if ETHgate, dude, they know in their subconscious.
Okay.
ETH Max, they know the ETHgate's a real thing. They just want to know how bad the damage is so they can jump out real quick.
So the Shiba run is about to be real then upwards. So the Shiba run after the halving is going to be real.
It might, I don't know, bro. It might be a I don't know, bro. Like that at this point, shit's so fuckery. It's who knows what. All I know is that we're about to go into a whole new digital age, and whether or not ETH survives, Bitcoin survives, that's fine. But you're damn Skippy. You best believe all the ISO depend like nerdy. I'm jumping on the whole AI thing. I understand the depend, the AI, the ISO, the utility. That's gonna rule the world. ETH and Bitcoin, sure. Go sit down. There's some chairs over there. You guys can go sit down.
So
you're still in the room.
I will tell everybody.
But utility's gonna run the world.
I tell everybody. I will tell everybody this, and I'm gonna say, how can I explain this? I got to slow it down.
Explain it, bro.
AI is real. I know of a company who's using AI internally for some projects, and the issue is a small one. It's just getting it data about what data to get it. But you're going to see, if you're working at a company that's very technical, you guys are going to have your own internally built AI where you can query it and it'll answer questions for you. As an example, you work at company X and you're like, hey, how much are this year's healthcare benefits? Instead of you going to the website that your company provides you, which is a third-party website to get that, you'll be able to type it in and it'll spit out the answer to you. You'll say, hey, I need this internal memo form. Your company, you'll be able to run this and it'll be only internal to your company. The data exposed to it will be your internal company's data. I'm already starting to see projects like that in the works now. Now. So are they using blockchain? I don't know. I didn't get it that deep into it. I just had to answer some questionnaires and stuff like that. But I think AI is going to be huge.
It is going to be huge. It can't be stopped. How do you regulate it? Do you regulate each line of code? How do you regulate that?
You sign that. So for all you Security Plus or you hackers, you black hats, or excuse me, you white hat hackers or gray hat ones, you sign that pledge. I promise to never do harm, nerdy.
Yeah.
In the world of AI.
How good is that going to work out? And that's what I'm saying. Like, when it really comes down to it, it makes sense if every company is going to come out with their own stuff, right? Yep. How else do you secure something if it's not your own? You can't keep using third-party services. You have to have some kind of regulation. And that's the thing about decentralization. Within a decentralized structure, you're going to have some kind of centralization within that structure, because we don't have anything to have a full-blown decentralized structure. Because within that model, there's no regulations, nor there is no standardization or anything. And how do you make anything interoperable if there's no standardization or regulation? So
you know what?
All that stuff comes from
a lot of the boys. Yeah, a lot of the boys in the chat were it's a scare event is necessary, bro. There has to be some sort of fuckery, and that's what the whole World War III thing might be. It might be like where it is an actual joke, where it's like because we still got Karens drinking Starbucks and eating Chick-fil-A, at Target. and they're just going to throw some like scare event in the mix, and then they're going to activate, this whole new world. So when they do that, sorry, go ahead.
No, keep going. You're right. Go ahead.
We just need that scare event. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the Israel Albert Pike prediction. I don't know if it's just like a economic crash period, because a lot of people throughout my years of like red pilling and talking to people, a lot of people talk about how the purse wakes people up, bro. Ain't nothing going to wake them up except for their money. So when you crash something, people's 401ks are gone. Their equity in their house is gone. They're going to fucking wake up. You know what I'm saying? And so is the point to wake them up? But like it's definitely supposed to be a distraction, or at least it's going to be too late. Because if you look at these former things, bro, like when I look at when Google took over, or when Yahoo and nobody knew about that, bro. The public was dissuaded. They were dissuaded from the information that the internet is going to change the world. Everybody thought it was a boogeyman at that point. And that shit wasn't organic. Nothing's fucking organic. It's all a ploy to keep the public off the scent before they throw the hammer down. And then they threw the hammer down. Then you got all the big Yahoo millionaires, the fucking Mark Cubans and the fucking Brad Garlinghouse. He was the CEO of Yahoo. Like, you see what I'm saying? Those guys were meant to get rich. And so, but we're the little guys smelling the coffee. We're smelling the cooking in mama's house. And we know what's coming. And you can't take us off our square, bro. And so, I don't know, man. Like, it's whether it's natural, organic, planned out or not, it's going to happen. And we're 4 months away from it, bro. Nerdy just said we're 4 months away from this shit. July, bro. And then geopolitical. And then Fuma said by October, bro. It's this year, dude.
Well, look at all the stuff that's coming out with the election interference. Georgia literally admitted they have a signed document from court that they admitted that they interfered in the 2020 election. Straight up, it's now fact. It's not a question no more.
Remember I don't care what you think about what was the governor of New York, the old man, what's the fucking name? Rudy Giuliani. So remember the court, remember the fucking court shit, and the blonde bitch that was like, I signed something that could put me in federal prison for life. What did you do? Like, remember all those election court cases and shit, and the hearings and all that. Bro, this is another one of those that Georgia admission paperwork saying, hey, there is fuckery in the elections. Nothing happened from those Giuliani hearings. What this shit ain't like.
Yeah, it kind of went away. It did kind of go away.
It hella went away, bro. We watched all this, and my heart just broke. My heart broke, dude, to see no justice, zero justice from any of this.
That's what's gonna happen.
What happened?
ETH is just going to be So you got to understand. Let me put my 2 cents in. The world is ran by the worship of Baalab. Baalab. That's why all the movie stars and all that, they worship Baalab. And it goes back to the Bible, the good and the bad. In the biblical time, there was good people and bad people. People that would bring their babies to Baalab to get sacrificed, to get burned in his hands. And it's still going on today. They just hide it in some ways, but they do put it in your face, and like in the Super Bowl halftime, and in commercials and little kid shows. So if you always go back to your basis of holiness, of righteousness, then you'll find out, you can see the evil in people. And right now we're in a situation with these coins that we can make a lot of money, but it's still going to be eventually for evil. But we're going to just be rich. And
hey, Mel, I have a question. I have a question. So how do you feel about the Old Testament when God had the Hebrews march through all the different lands, and he was like, if it has a hoof, kill it, or kill all men under a certain age? Doesn't that kind of go along with sacrificing your baby to Baal or Baal?
I believe that's more for like, there are some people that are evil that they don't have remorse. And those are the people that God said, kill them, kill everything, kill all their goats, their dogs, everything, because they don't have hope. And then also some of the Israelites didn't pay attention and kept some of the wives and all that. You know, it goes, you know, we're not obedient fully. But it's like Israel, it's such a small country. If it's not biblical, don't you think anybody could just run it over? They just send I don't know how many rockets, and 99% of them got knocked out of the air with the Iron Dome. Mm-hmm. If the hand of God is not
that's
over,
Iron Dome is not God. That's technical.
Right. But the hand of God is it has to be over Israel.
The Iron Dome was developed by Raytheon in the United States, and I know some people there, and they ain't godly.
Right.
Well, I think what he's saying is that
the
majority of the.
Let me get my ball off.
No. I know. What I'm saying is, like, I think his point was that the majority of the missiles didn't make it, and so meaning
that's
Raytheon
technology,
divine.
They had nothing to do with Raytheon. That's Raytheon engineers at work, baby. They the best.
No, I get it. But what he's saying is that the hand of God is in that, bro, because all things on this earth, like it's like, for instance, in my belief, I believe God uses.
I wouldn't even say that, because if you want to say the hand of God,
you're not saying that. Mel is. Mel's saying that.
I'm just saying, but if the hand of God was on it, he wouldn't let all the people get killed by them Palestinians as they glided in with machine guns. But I think with the Iron Dome, it's Raytheon technology. And them guys are beasts. If you guys ever met anybody who worked for Raytheon, them guys ain't no joke. There's like 20 engineers working right now on some secret missile system.
But Mel, to your
evil
point,
has
bro,
existed from a far back, you know, in history, and it's still happening today. And that's why all the movie stars in Hollywood and all that, they're so Satanist, because that's their megaphone to try to convince you that it's okay to, you know, do child sacrifices and whatever the hell the worst thing you can think of.
Yeah, and another thing that comes with the whole God stuff is that people don't really understand the CRISPRs and the gain of function and other stuff that are coming out with Fauci and all that stuff. They were literally going after your DNA. They were trying to inject something into your DNA through CRISPRs, where you would have generations have something dormant within your DNA that they can activate at any moment given in time. And there's patents about this stuff, about how they're the bio and tech, how you can be operated through an antenna, through remote. So there's some real spiritual stuff going on here. We can't deny that. So the thing about the evil people is that they're really good with technology, and that's why people are really big. Most of them are Scientologists, right? They're in the whole Scientology little crew that they got, right? Well, because they believe that science is better and the physical is forever. They want to live here forever. They want to become immortal. But the thing about being spiritual and all this stuff, you understand that this place, this realm is temporary. The whole point is not to stay here. The whole point is to leave and never come back, right? And and that goes into everyone else's beliefs, right? So I totally agree with both of them. There is something going on here, right? But at the same time, people are also being manipulated to think that science is the way. Science is the future. We need science. We don't need God. We don't need anything else. And that's another psyop within another psyop that's happening as well.
Oh yeah, I found some AI frameworks for you, nerdy. I found some ISO ones that came out literally like last year. And there's a NIST one that's coming out as well. It's kind of hard to read this one. I'll post it for everybody. I read NIST crap all the time. This one's a little odd.
Wallernet said this is some fuckboy shit. Well, bro, do you have something else to say? Do you have some information? Have you been doing research? Do you have connected any dots? Why is everyone so critical? Why? It's all information.
About it in the chat.
Yeah, like literally, it's all.
I'm like, damn. I'm like, hold on, man. I'm like, I just posted some fireworks. Give me a second.
It's literally all.
Welcome to coffee time, gentlemen.
Welcome
to coffee time.
Anyone or any person has a cell phone in their hand right now. You can use this device to search up everything that I'm talking about.
Hey, nerdy, you ain't gonna do that. Hey, I check nerdy all the time.
But everyone is too lazy to do it, right? Yeah, but when someone wants to give you information, everybody wants to be so freaking critical. Why? Is the real truth that offensive to demons?
Yes, it is.
What's really going on here?
Yes, it is. I ask people to give stuff just because I'm being. Well, I think a lot of people. Well, I know a lot of people don't read.
Nobody reads, bro, and that's the
A
problem.
lot of people don't
Nobody
read.
reads, bro. That got psyoped out of us 100 years ago, 50 years ago.
Exactly.
Yep.
Nobody.
What happens? What happens is, nerdy. Sometimes they're just not willing to take it from you, right? That's why when you say something, that's why I try to find something and post it in the chat for everybody.
Yeah.
Because just so you, at the end of the day, I'll be like, he already read this. Here it go for you. You know.
He said he wasn't talking about you, nerdy.
Whatever.
It's all good.
Y'all know nerdy's touchy, so y'all got to be very specific out there.
I'm not touchy. It's just like I'm not here to expose myself like this. I couldn't give two fucks about telling anybody about any of this stuff, but I'm here exposing myself, trying to help people.
You do this for free.
But for free, I'm not getting any donation, no money, I have no profit for any of this stuff. I'm just giving y'all information because I love my country and I love my people. I love humanity.
Right. One of the points to start this whole show was about giving everybody a voice. That's why I throw the baby gate link in the chat.
Come on in.
The whole point is to join and talk. Have you know? Okay, so I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell you guys something. Have you ever noticed I never really cut anybody? Fuck, I don't give a shit. They hate me. I bust them on the show unless it's porno or some shit, some dumb shit.
That's
but
true.
like, you got to let them on. And so I hold true. I got integrity in that area where you got to let the voices happen. And if you got balls enough to get up here, then make a point. If you're shit talking in the comments, it's evident what you're doing. You don't have the balls to get on. You don't have Nerdy's balls. Nerdy's balls are giant, bro. Because he gets in here every fucking day and does the hard work and does the research and gives it to you guys for free. It's a massive service and is doing it out of passion. Same with Fuma. Fuma gets on here all the time, bro. Even though he likes to joke and smoke, it's at the end of the day, Fuma does his research too, like mad, bro. Look, every time he looks left or right, his right, he's on another fucking monitor.
Yeah, really am.
I know he is because we've been rocking Fuma. He's been doing his, so he pays his dues. Same with Mel, but Mel comes from a spiritual place.
Yeah,
he talks about his experiences. He comes from the heart. But it's one of those things, bro. None of us get paid for this shit. It's not a hustle. This ain't a we're on here to change the world, one person at a time. Go ahead.
I live both sides of good and evil, and I choose good. You want to be with evil? Go ahead. It's gonna bite you in the ass. There's a lot of piece of crap on that side, and it's a scary place to be. And I'm a big man. I'm a tough man. But you know what? I choose to be good. I choose to be in the right side, the good side. It's cleaner. It smells good. There's not all the evil crap.
It smells good.
It smells good.
It smells good. Yeah. And that's the thing. It really is, man. You choose to be good. You slow down a little bit. You choose to be good. It benefits, And sometimes you have to sacrifice. Sometimes
it's so much easier. What I can be out here shilling some bullshit, freaking robbing everybody, taking everyone's money like everyone else is doing, but I'm not here for that. I fear God, bro, and I'm trying to do my.
And I'll make a prediction. That's why Nerdy's YouTube is going to be one of the Nerdy's YouTube and his shorts and his TikTok is going to be one of the biggest because he's paid his dues. He paid his fucking dues in the chat like you guys, but he built up. He did the research. He put the work out. This motherfucker's blowing up on Twitter. Like, you can't fuck with Nerdy. And I'm not even defending him. I'm literally just explaining facts. Watch out. Watch out, Echo. Watch out, X on X. Watch out, Nerdy's channel. Let's go, bro. Let's fucking run it.
Nerdy,
I'll champion anybody who wants to put the work in. Let's go.
I just posted something for you. I just posted something. Like, this one snuck by me, so I would have got it to you earlier. Artificial intelligence.
Share screen?
I just posted it. It's Artificial Intelligence Risk Management Framework that came out by the NIST Institute, January 2023. I missed that one totally. I usually go on this RMF stuff, but they got the RMF process down for AI. That's a bomb, dude. I'd take a look at it, read it. Because basically, if you're doing AI for government, you got to follow this RMF process.
But Fuma, nobody reads anymore. But Fuma, it's pretty easy to not be a fucking
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty easy to be a pimp in this whole scene if you just put a little work into it. You know what I mean?
I should have probably charged somebody. I should have been like, Nerdy, let's charge somebody $100 for this.
There you
Send them a link. Right?
Set up a paywall. Yeah.
Start shilling them.
Guys, check out Nerdy. Check out Nerdy on Twitter. He's dropping bombs constantly, bro, and he does all the filtering of he aggregates all the cool ass shit, all the news, the fresh news. And I don't give a shit if you like Twitter or not, bro. That's where it's at. That's where all the news comes. That's the fucking battlefield. Twitter's been the battlefield since Elon.
Nerdy,
It's since before Elon. Yeah.
For your crypto, or not crypto, but for your show that's coming out, I don't know if it's crypto or not. I should have asked you.
It's everything. Yeah. Go ahead.
What days do you broadcast on and what time?
So the show is with me, Echo, and X on X. We get together and we interview people on the crypto space, because a lot of these people that post beautiful information, they don't get the spotlight that they deserve. So we did an interview with Mr. Man. We did an interview with Smoke, because both of them dropped so much knowledge. And I just feel like we don't know anybody on Twitter. No one knows each other. We're just a profile pic. And I think if we just bring more people in and start connecting, that's how we fight this, is by like minds coming together, a collective consciousness coming together and just talking about it. I like all this red pill stuff. Some people might like they're all technical. They only deal with crypto stuff. Some people might have a different background and a different landscape. We all come from different backgrounds, but if we're here to share everything and have a collectiveness, imagine the things that we can do. Imagine the things that we can share and pass down. Think about the stuff that we went through 2020. If we want to avoid another that, we need to pass information and give people the heads up before something like that happens again. I'll tell you right now, you have this whole H5N1 coming up, right? That people don't even understand that was created in 2011. Is anyone even aware of that stuff? No one is aware of that stuff. That's why I build it. That's why I bring it out. I don't talk too much stuff on YouTube. I got bad. YouTube doesn't like me. Facebook doesn't like me. Instagram doesn't like me. TikTok doesn't like me. X is the only person, even Rumble. Even Rumble doesn't like me either, right?
Hold on. What happened on Rumble with you?
Rumble is no different. Rumble is just full of just shillers, this bunch of grifters, right? Bunch of CIA agents pushing out this bullshit, right? So it's hard. It's so hard to be in this space for so long, and so many people have been let down because so many people give dates and nothing ever happens. What people need to understand has nothing to do with dates. It's a series of events, right? And these series of events meet red lines. And the reason why it's happening in the structure, because everything is going based off the law of war manual. We have foreign occupation today, and the reason how you can see this is through the salute that they gave Biden, the wrinkle flag that you see on funerals. If you pay attention to little details like this, you understand what is really happening behind the scenes. And I'm trying to put attention to that part, is that, hey, I don't believe the election is I don't believe 2020 is going to happen. And why I don't believe that? Because if you understand law of war manual and foreign occupation, what we're going through is devolution, right? It's the removal of foreign occupation. So it's one thing to just post riddles all the time, or be a gatekeeper and say, hey, I know something, I work with Q, or whatever the hell you want to say. That people are done with that. We want to know factual information, what is going on. This is why I share what I share. This is why I link all my links, right? Look it for yourself. I'm just a normal dude trying to inform people. That's all I'm trying to do. Nothing more, nothing less.
Right. And in addition to add to, well, I was just gonna say, in addition to add to all that, we're human, guys. Mm-hmm. We're human. Like, we have emotions, we have daily lives, and we do this because of our passion. Go ahead, Mel.
How are they gonna implement, Nerdy, the recognition of you will not be able to buy and sell or trade without the mark of the beast? Is it by your hand, by biometrics, by your eye, or you gonna actually get a mark?
I'll say it like this, is that I have nothing against MAGA. I love the whole Make America Great Again. I love the whole movement. I'm not going to disturb the movement, right?
Right.
But I will say that we can't forget who pushed what, right? We can't forget that there were people who people do idolize. For example, like President Trump, people do idolize him. But at the same time, he was the one telling everyone also take the vaccine. We can't ignore that kind of stuff, right? It wasn't just one party. And if you look at the whole Masonic stuff, a MAGA is what? A Magi, which is like the head priest, the head priestess of that order. So, you know, getting the Zionist of America award, all these things, they matter. So I'm not just like picking sides. I'm just saying, hey guys, look at the broad picture. Don't get caught up in a cult like mindset. Step back for a little bit and pay attention and have some kind of discernment. Because at the end of the day, you can only control your own mind and your own eyes. Don't just follow people blindly. That's what I'm trying to say.
You know what the common denominator I'm seeing from all you gentlemen on screen, you stellar pimps of just love and just forgiveness and all the good shit. You guys literally are all about asking questions. Mel just asked you a question. Fuma constantly phrases his talks in critical thinking questions. It's not about shilling or trolling each other. It's about getting these topics flowing where the general public who's watching us, or if you guys aren't general public, shout out to you old school like Blue Crew. We love you guys. But it's framed in a way where you guys ask the real questions to yourselves and then to your family, and then ad infinitum. It just keeps growing, and so that's the whole point. Is it's like the MAGA thing you just brought up, bro?
Yeah,
I have been known to like question the whole MAGA thing too, and the Trump savior narrative and all that shit. Yeah. It's crazy, but at the end of the day, you still got to ask. Yeah, you got to ask yourself these questions. Who did what? Why did they do it?
Why?
Who, what, where, why, when, how? Who, what, where, why, when, how? I don't give a shit who it is. If they're not Jesus, it's who, what, where, why, when, how. You see what I'm saying? And you gotta look at it that way. And I'm not trying to be black pill, but at the end of the day, part of red pill is a little bit of black pill.
You have to keep asking questions.
It turns your brain into mush, bro, because everything's a contradiction.
But if you know the truth,
go ahead.
You'll be okay. If you know your ground, if you know your foundation, you'll be okay. Because you can see it before you. Like, I haven't even watched the news about Iran, and I just heard listening to you guys, and but I've already read that, when I was 18, 20 years old, because it's all written.
It is.
Go ahead.
No. Well, the other thing is this area is constantly having conflict no matter what.
Yeah.
Like Jesus. Yeah. The only time they didn't have conflict was when like Trump negotiated those accords. I think they were called like the Golden Accords, and everything chilled out. Yeah, that was the only time. Then after that, you see who's back in office. And don't get me wrong, I'm not the hardcore Donald Trumper guy, but I'm just saying the guy brought some peace. Just saying, right?
Yeah, like don't get me wrong.
Just saying.
He did introduce the Abraham Accord. He did have and people did give him the sword dance. And the country was better. So it's like just because you have a person with background, we're not really focused on that. We're focused on his work ethic, right? Because we're hiring somebody to represent us, to do work. If someone is a good worker, then let them be a good worker. Let them do their own thing. But we still have to understand that everyone has built in the closet, right? And we can't forget that. We can't just be like, oh, this is like one thing I will say about Rumble is that Rumble, a lot of these people on Rumble, they'll be like, he's the savior, he's the Messiah, he is this. Bro, stop idolizing humans. What are we doing? Stop idolizing a human figure. Like, we should know better than that. We should know through history.
Well, it goes against the Anon philosophical creed, meaning when you turn into an Anon and you start red pilling, like where you're doing research and everything, you have to look for sauce. One of the major things was sauce. And sauce has to be like, sometimes sauce needs sauce. And that shit's crazy, bro. Because you'll read an article and you're like, oh, wow, I saw some shit earlier from that same person. But you're like, oh, fuck, are they compromised? Yeah. And then you look for a backup article to that sauce. But like, what I'm saying is it's you have to be critical thinking. And so you can't go full bore MAGA. I did in the beginning. If you know what I mean? Like I was like, fuck that. No, Trump's gonna fucking blah 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 blah. Like on coffee time when I first started, I was all about Patriot. Let's go, bro. And so, but now it's like, okay, right. And so, and that's not negative. That's not black pill. That's not. It just is what it is. Because if you believe in the Bible, and you're like that, you go that way. It's all written.
Yeah,
just like Mel said, it's all written, bro. It's certain shit has to happen. It hasn't happened yet.
100%.
Whether or not we live the rest of our lives,
Mhm.
you know, whether or not we live out the rest of our lives rich and prosperous, and we're in a good system, even though the Antichrist is building temple mounts and, you know, whatever. Let's say the mark of the beast doesn't happen yet, but we're in this like prosperous thing. We got 30 years until we're dead, bro. They done cut our telomeres off. We're dead, dude. We're dead at 75. I don't know about you, but we're done. So we got 30 years to have fun. But at the end of the day, what happens after that 30 years? You know,
exactly.
And it gets real evil. Yeah.
And to go back to Mel's original question was about the mark of the beast and how you go about it. Well, look at it, bro. Go into a CVS and you see they already have the coolers with what you have to scan your hand. You got to wave your hand to open the door. It's already here. It's already been implemented. Why was everyone so silent during the past 3 years, and all of a sudden he wants to come back and be like, hey, look at all the bad stuff that happened. Now I'm your savior. Here I am, the savior complex. But what does the Illuminati say? And when you read all this stuff, what do they say? When they need a hero, we will provide them with one. Isn't that not what's happening?
Right. And it's all up in the Masonic writings, and dude, they do that. And I think Pike said that too in a letter. In that same letter, he was like, "We will provide a hero."
A hero, right?
No, let's go contrarian. Let's go somebody who doesn't believe God. Let's say that they believe Jesus, and the whole story is a cartoon. And most people, unfortunately, nowadays believe that. They don't believe devil exists. They don't believe God exists. They just believe we exist for some reason. You know what I mean? And so those people, let's say they start red pilling, they start looking at all black pill stuff, because that's the most intriguing thing to look at, is the crazy contradictions out there. Those people, it's unfortunate because they're not really based in root or hope, or they're not really based in source or God or Christ consciousness or whatever you want to call it. They don't want it's weird, bro. It's like there's space enough for both. But I think maybe at the end of the day, my opinion is you come to the realization that the devil and the devil's real, and because the devil's real,
exactly,
God must be real.
100%.
It's almost like backwards, like reverse engineering. You're like, holy shit, they eat babies. Fuck, the devil's real. Then you're like, oh shit, if the devil's real, then God must be real. Why are they fighting this fight? Why are they pushing the Satanist narrative when God's not real and it's a cartoon?
Skull and Bones. Why are
something's going on, bro.
Yeah. Why are they so secretive?
Why are they secretive? Why are
Skull and Bones?
So look at
your research.
Let's look at statistics. Let's look at
a
statistics.
lot of orders
How
like
many
that have
churches are out
secrets they
there
don't
for
need you to know.
Beautiful.
You have to earn your right to learn those. That's the reason why. That's the reason why Skull and Bones.
And that's the Baba Cugs like Mason shit. That's
exactly.
Shit. So
how many people called him blindly?
Check it out though. Right. Follow, bro. But like, because he seems like he has the answers, but all he did was read what the fucking, P. Hall, Manly P. Hall shit, and just regurgitate it. So what I'm saying is, why? So statistically, if you look at this, I've been thinking about this a lot lately, bro. And I'm like, okay, statistically, how many churches are out there? How many people attend church? Even the dumbed, watered down, collegiate level, like pastoral education, the unions that run all the churches and all the denominations. You got millions of people that still go to church, and that's not even considering Catholicism. We're just talking Christian, basic Christian with all their crazy denominations split offs. So check it out. There's a ton of fucking people that go to church in the States. Let's just keep it in the United States. Now check this out. What makes you think? You ever taught like as an early age, you hear yin and yang. Everything's got a balance. Hey, think about it. If there's millions of motherfuckers going to church, how many millions of Satanists are there?
Yeah.
People that are unknowingly Satanists and the ones that are actually knowingly Satanists that are puppets. But there's like in the minimum hundreds of thousands. But I never thought about it as a kid. I've never thought, oh shit, that's a normal person. They're obviously not Christian. But you don't think, you just think that they're people that aren't Christian or aren't religious. You don't believe that they're the opposite. There's some people that are low key, and what I'm talking about is the secret.
Dude.
And it's
I'm gonna throw something on you.
Oh, there's like devil worshippers that are normal people that are devil worshippers in secret.
Hey, so hold on. What was the prime reason the devil was kicked out of heaven? Why was the devil kicked out of heaven? Arrogant. It was one word. What's the key word?
He was being arrogant.
No, there was one word that sums it up.
Proudful. But can you mute
pride?
Bags?
The word is pride.
Can you mute Bags?
I'll leave
It's
it at that.
in my ears.
I'll leave it at that.
Go ahead, Mel. Go ahead, Mel.
Can you mute Bags? Because he's like killing my ear.
Oh, you got background, Bags.
Yeah, this is deep.
Background. We're also gonna we're overtime. He's muted. We're overtime, guys. We love
the
you.
Key word is pride. The devil was kicked out of heaven because of pride.
Yeah,
pride.
And I'm gonna leave it at that.
We just have
and
to be
whose pride? The flag is prideful.
I didn't say it. A friend of mine peeped me to that. We were talking. A friend of mine, me and him were talking one day, and he was like, "Yeah, you know why the devil's kicked out?" I said, "Because it was pride." And I was like, and my eyes opened. He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Dude," he said, not that all those people are that way, but look how that word is pumped up. Look how it's put in your face.
Yeah.
What's behind all that, Zeddy? He could have just said any other word.
Community. What's their word?
He was like, any other word could have been pumped to you, but that word was picked particularly to you. Why? I was like, yo, I had to
people don't want to see it. You know?
I had to be like, hold on. I had to feel some type of way. And then I had to start rethinking it. It was like, yo, these people may not be that way, but there's someone pumping an agenda that's pumping this word to you. And why that word? Any other word could have been pumped out. Any other word.
Exactly.
Together. Forever.
The thing that made me so mad and really bothered me throughout my whole journey of just trying to find information and knowledge and stuff was how I ran into so many characters and so many channels who use the word of God to profit from, to line their own pockets.
Yeah, some churches.
I don't like that shit, bro. Why are you doing that? How is that not a sin? Like, what?
It's sinful.
How do you not feel bad about doing that, right? And I don't like that shit at all.
Because they're hustlers. They're hustlers, nerdy.
Yeah. And
they're hustlers.
And if you look at people, if you look at a lot of those channels, and what do they say? They say, I know information. I'm an insider. I talk to my sources, right? And all this other garbage, but it's like none of it is true. All of it is made up because in reality, they're all talking to each other. They're all probably all CIA agents that's literally being handed out what to say, right? And we know for a fact that all this stuff is true, that all this stuff can be true because you go back to the OSS, takes you right into the CIA. The CIA was what? That was all just, they're all just rogue agents from the USSR, basically, right? And then that goes into CAA. And what is CAA? People don't even know what the CAA is. CAA is a communist an organization for all your actors. So all your politicians, all your actors, all your musicians, all of those people, they go through a agent, and CIA is their agent. So you're telling me
that's Creative Artist Agency, right? Like here's a link.
Yeah, so you're telling me that this agency that was literally invented by communists and the CIA, who wants to control all information, don't have no relation? Come on, guys, you got to be smarter than that. There's money trail.
One of the biggest things that was super impactful on me was the first thing Satan did was strike us all blind. So one of my biggest red pill, like, oh my gosh, moments was the biggest, and this is played to us in movies and stuff. This is a quote from a movie, I forgot it was, but the biggest trick the devil ever did on the world was convince him that he didn't exist. And that alone is crazy town, because I've seen plenty of examples of Satanism blatantly blasted in commercials and movies, but if you have eyes to see it, then you see it. And that's the scariest part, dude. That psyops are absolute real. This shit's real, bro. Like it's all about dumbing us down. So, but we're like over time. I got shit to do today, and I'm sure you boys do too. You want to walk us out, bro? Cherry bomb, bro. Cherry bomb. What's up? What's up?
I said you look like a cherry bomb ready to pop.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, man. Like, why are you so red, dude? What happened?
He's worked up,
dude. Okay, so you got to do research. So, like, I'm whiter than white. It's all different emotions. Red is the answer. It doesn't matter if it's angry, embarrassed,
okay, I'm
happy. I just get red, bro. And then I think if I zoom out, my camera has something to do with it too. See how I stop being a little red? Yeah. When I zoom in, I get red. Watch this, red.
Exactly.
Watch this.
Yep.
It goes away.
Yeah, that's
See
weird.
So I'm not as red as you guys think I am. It's a camera. So, but anyways, we love you guys. We're going to walk this out. Happy coffee time. Thanks for coming in. And look out for Nerdy's channel. Mel, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure. Fuma Boys, I love you. We got Bagman. We got Lady E on deck. Shout out. We got the Moon Party coming up, guys.
What's up, Bagman?
Get your tickets. It's Moon Party. What's Moon Party dot two
guys,
Moon Party dot
close on a good note. There is miracles. There is hope. And, just keep your faith up. But trust in miracles, do your research. Miracles are real, and that's what changed me from being the bad person to the good person. So God bless everybody. We love you. Thank you for the show. Thank you for putting me on, guys.
Hell yeah.
God bless. Jesus lives.
Beautiful. Beautiful. We got Nerdy walking us out. You ready for minutes, Nerdy? Also, I want to kind of get, because you're working into your own programs and stuff like that. If you want to, we can always find a new Minuteman if you don't want to do it anymore.
No, hell no.
So in the beginning, I yelled at you and I was like, Nerdy, you're the fucking Minuteman from now on. So if you wanted to and you don't have time for being a Minuteman, we can always get a new Minuteman. But
no.
All right, cool. I appreciate all the work you do.
The position is
Let's
not
run it, guys.
Discussion.
There you go.
Pay attention, guys. Things are going down. Everything's about money. So I think it's time. I think we're about to moon soon. Later, glitches.
There you go.
Love it. We love you guys. Keep your heads up. This one, it always jazzes me up. It always gets me going. And it's the Bagman one. Pump it up. We'll catch you on the flip side. We'll catch you on Boardroom on Tuesday. Later.
Pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. Gotta pump my bags up, pump it to the moon. Pump my bags up. XRP, pump it to the moon. Pump it up, pump my bags up, pump it up. Gotta pump my bags up, pump it up. Better pump my bags up, pump it up. XRP to the moon. Pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. Gotta pump my bags up, pump it to the moon. Pump my bags up. XRP, pump it to the moon. Pump it up, pump my bags up, pump it up, pump my bags up. Gotta pump it up, pump my bags up, pump my moon bags, pump my moon bags. Pump it up, pump it up, pump my moon bags, better pump it up, pump it to the moon, pump it up, XRP to the moon, XRP to the moon, XRP to the moon, XRP to the moon. Pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. Gotta pump my bags up, pump it to the moon. Pump my bags up. XRP, pump it to the moon. Pump it up, pump my bags up, pump it up, pump my bags up. Gotta pump it up, pump my bags up, pump my moon bags, pump my moon bags. Pump it up, pump it up, pump my moon bags, better pump it up, pump it to the moon, pump it up, XRP to the
moon. Coffee time with Berserker and Uncle Buster. Doors open. Good to see you. You know where the coffee pot is.
This is Berserker.
Yo, this is Uncle Buster. Get a cup. Let's talk crypto.
Yeah, dude. This coffee's bomb.
Nothing comes between me and my XRP. All in.